Hi there, my name is Annalisa and I'm the Associate Product Manager at Franc. You've just tuned into a lesson from the Franc Academy, a money management and investing course designed by the team at Franc to help you build your wealth with confidence. If you want to find out more about Franc, check out the description below. And if this is your first lesson, go to our Franc Academy playlist to find out more lessons to brush up on your money management skills. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at debt. To be more specific, we're going to help you identify good versus bad debt, because not all debt is bad if handled correctly. Before we get into the good versus bad debt, it's important that we agree on what debt is. Debt is money that you owe to someone else. Obviously, debt can come in many forms. The most common are personal loans, credit cards, store cards, home and car loans. Although this may not seem like a long list, the reality is that these come in different flavors with a range of interest rates and terms. For example, a payday loan can have an effective interest rate as high as 300% per year, which is very different for a mortgage at 10% per year. The one thing all forms of debt have in common is that they need to be paid off or serviced until you've repaid the loan plus the interest owed. In other words, clear the debt. In most cases, the interest you owe is calculated monthly on what you still have to pay off. So the longer you take to pay off debt, the more interest you pay. This is how credit cards work. On the flip side, you can pay less interest by paying more than the minimum repayment. In other cases, like hire purchase agreements, interest is calculated upfront and forms part of your total debt, which locks you into a fixed monthly installments. This is usually the worst sort of debt, and you should avoid it. Financial planners often tell people that debt is bad, and there is some truth in this, but not all debt is bad. In general, money borrowed to buy an asset that increases in value or creates an income stream is good debt. The best way to identify good debt is to ask yourself the question, will this help me build wealth? A home loan is a good example of good debt, as is a student loan or a business loan. But borrowing money to finance consumables like maxing out your credit card to buy designer shoes, for example, is nearly always bad debt. There's sometimes a fine line between good and bad debt. For example, a car loan can be a good debt if that car lets you deliver business service or get to work efficiently. On the flip side, buying a car that you can't afford is bad debt because the value of a car depreciates so quickly. Bad debt also includes loans or lines of credit that lock you in with unreasonable conditions. Look at the interest rate, the payment period, and any administrative costs that come with the loan you're signing onto. There are a lot of dirty tricks employed by the credit industry. The only way to uncover them is to look carefully at the fine print of the loan agreement. Make sure you do this before you sign anything.